Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How y'all doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my makeup rehab update for the month of July, which means we're recapping all the things that I brought into my collection and the things that left my collection last month as it pertains to empties and purchases. But as you all know, I'm on a no buy this year, so I don't purchase anything with my own money at this point in time. But I think that you maybe saw the thumbnail and saw a whole stack of stuff. Many of you know, and I'll link it up in the cards, but I did have a totally free Ulta haul not that long ago here on the channel that I did, spending 8,000 points and getting about $700 worth of makeup completely free. And you all know from that video that I had $250 left to spend, and this is the $250 of purchases that I made. So I hope that you'll want to stick around and go over that with me today. In this makeup rehab, we'll also kind of go over, the empties that I have in my collection in terms of makeup and my point system that really dives into, honestly, just the products that I've emptied this year as it pertains to makeup products. So and at the end of this video, we typically go over the things that are piquing my interest. I have to be honest with you guys. There's only a couple of things. I think that this could be a relatively quick one. I think the last one was like an hour and a half, I feel like. But if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please keep on watching. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high and colorful beauty and self-care. Ultimately, this is my self-care. I enjoy coming out here, talking to you guys about the good, the bad, the ugly, all the things coming into my collection and leaving my collection. And I hope that you're here for it. And if you enjoy somebody that just wants to chit-chat about makeup, if you enjoy somebody that uses the stuff that they have in their collection more than they are bringing in the brand new things, even when I was hauling things in, I hope that you'll want to stick around and join me on this crazy midlife crisis journey of mine. I am trying to hit 2,000 subscribers this year. I hope that we can do that. We're super close, so I do think that we have it in us to do. And if you're not subscribed, I implore you, please hit that subscribe button. Stick around. I think that you'll love it here. I think that you'll find I'm a kick in the pants to hang out with. So with that said, let's roll into this video where I'm going through the products that I'm bringing into my collection and all the products that are rolling out of my collection as well. I typically like to start with my empties, I do believe, and walk through those. I only have 2 empties this month. However, I do have like a black eyeliner that I've been panning on the side that I really thought that I was going to be done with this time around. It is a Pat McGrath Labs eyeliner, and this is what it looks like. It's just so tiny. It is what I use on my tight line every single day. I use a black eyeliner, and this one was just a mini, but it was a good size mini. And I really thought it was going to be done this month, but it's not. So we'll just put it back in there. Hopefully next month we'll have a lot more empties because, again, we only have 2 this month. So the first one is an exciting one, though. I'm really super stoked to have an empty foundation in my collection. This is a foundation that I have been strategically going after through my Project Pan series. I have had two foundations in that series up until this point, so it was very slow going. It was part of my Project Pan last year as well, and this year I put it in there with the knowledge that we were gonna hammer down. We were going to get both of them out of my collection this year. Surprisingly, I thought that this one was going to go a lot more slowly than the other one, but the other one is hanging on for dear life, and this one is now gone. And I did take the products, the contents, I scraped down as much as I could scrape it down. I think that you guys can see the windowing down there at the bottom. Everything else is kind of stuck to the walls, and while I did go ahead and order some spatulas that were at the suggestion of my friend Andy, I still wasn't able to get everything off of the walls on this component, so it is what it is. But I am so excited to have a full-fledged foundation empty in my empties this month, and it's really exciting because I think that is one of the oldest. I think most of the foundations that I have in my collection now are tops 3 years old. I think that there's a couple that are 3 years old, and then after that, like, everything else is newer, so like 1 to 2 years old. And this foundation and the other one in my project pan are the two oldest foundations that I have, and they've been around a while. So it was really super exciting to me to get that out, and also because it hung on for dear life. The other thing that I have in here that is empty is the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil. And this is in the old packaging, of course, but I've had it for a long time. I just put it into my head that I was going to start using it, kind of panning it on the back end. It got to a point where I thought I needed to take the stopper out, but then taking the stopper out, I kind of broke the component, so this side is really broke, so then it started leaking if it was bent over. So then I just put it down on my desk or wore it in my pocket. Every single day I had it with me so that I could get it out of my collection because I broke it. I mean, ultimately it was a dang mess after that. Good news is that I was able to use it all. I did go in and spoon out the rest of it with one of those handy dandy spatulas, cleaned it up really good, got it completely empty, and really happy to have used it. By the time I got done with it, it was tasting a little bit like it was going off, but other than that, like, it was a really good lip oil. I really enjoyed it a lot. Probably, I would say, compensatory to the black Clarins lip oil that I have, but maybe not compensatory to the pink one. You all know I think that those are different formulas. Definitely not compensatory to the Guerlain one. I don't know. I think that it was good. I think it was definitely good for the money. Really excellent for the money, honestly. And it had a really juicy scent to it. This one was in the scent pomegranate, I think. I can't remember what the scent on this one was. I do think it was like pomegranate or something like that. Maybe raspberry. It does kind of remind me of raspberries in the smell of it, but beautiful lip oil. Would probably repurchase those, honestly. They're really good bang for your buck. And in a pinch, if I had left town and forgot my lip oil and desperately needed a lip oil, I would probably repurchase that lip oil. It was very, very nice. Those are the only two empties I have. So when we look at the spreadsheet that I have that kind of showcases my purchases and my empties on here, and it's non-consequential. Like, I am not like really tracking those things because I'm on a no buy this year, so it seems silly to track empties, but I keep it for inventory purposes. I keep all the knowledge in this, spreadsheet. And so for Beauty Bank purchases for us so far, up until the end of May, well, up until May's update, we had emptied 22 items in my collection, and adding these to this month makes it 24 items we have emptied in this collection through all avenues, not through just project panning or deck of panning or whatever, but through all avenues, all things makeup. We've emptied 22 items thus far this year. And y'all know I'm on a no buy. Yes, I have brought in a few things because I've received friend mail and because I have, done my Ulta point purchases. But I don't think that it's 24 items. So I'm really excited about that. Could be. It could be. Let's be honest. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about that. So, and I know that this here is... Please don't let that have broken. I know that this here is the last of my points purchases for Ulta. And while I do go in and get my hair done, like, I don't think that I'm going to rack up enough points to do another, $200 haul by the end of the year. So this will likely be my last makeup haul this year, unless I get gift cards or something like that for my birthday. That said, I will tell you guys, I have bought a couple of pieces of makeup recently, but it is because I have a gift basket I'm putting together for a car show that I helped sponsor a trophy for in August, and I am also putting together my giveaway box that I have going out in September, my September giveaway that goes on my channel every single year. So I have purchased some makeup recently, but none of it is going into my collection, so I'm not counting any of it against myself. So I'm going to start with these products that I brought in because I think that these are the least exciting products, and this one because I want to make sure that when it fell just now, it didn't break. I did pick up one of the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blushes. They're one of my favorite blushes in my collection, and it's a new formula, obviously. The other ones were a little bit longer, a little bit more sleek. This one is in the shade Rosewood, and I have berry and I have pink, and I think that this one is just a beautiful, that smells so good. I don't remember my other one smelling like that. That smells so good. What is that fragrance? Oh, I don't know what that fragrance is, but that smells really good. But I feel like those are really they're really pretty, but they're also like only good for certain like eye makeup wear or certain seasons. This one would be a really good like everyday blush in my humble opinion. It's kind of got this like almost apricot-y pink color. So I'm really excited about having this in my collection. Really excited to get to try it out and use it. And I already filmed my Shop My Stash, but I might pop these products into that Shop My Stash drawer just so I get use out of them, because I don't want to wait another 2 months to get some use out of these products, which is the next time I would be updating my Shop My Stash. This is from Dibs Beauty. Like, I've heard really great things about Dibs, and they came to Ulta before I was laid off, but I had not purchased anything from them prior to that point. This isn't necessarily the color story that I really wanted to get, but they really specialize in these double-ended sticks, right? This one is the Desert Island Duo, and it is a blush and bronzer stick, and it has a blush in the shade Wine Not and a bronzer in the shade Cocoa Kiss. So this is the blush, which I think kind of falls in line with this same like rosewood color, maybe just a slight bit deeper than the rosewood color. Yeah, I think that that's okay. And then this is the bronzer. Now I think that the bronzer is probably too deep for me, but I don't know. Looking at it, it doesn't seem that bad. Looking at the swatches online, it maybe seems like it's supposed to be darker, but I really wanted to try Dibs Beauty. I was really settled on purchasing one of these with my points that I had left and not waiting until the end of the year to, you know, purchase anything from them. Like, that wasn't what I wanted for my journey. So I just went ahead and got the next best one, in my humble opinion. If it works for me, awesome. If it doesn't work for me, at least I've tried the formula and I could give it to like a friend or my daughter. I also picked up this, which you guys know has been on my list for a minute. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Oil, and this one is in Miss Jellyfish. So it is the purple one, which you guys should also know that that has been a fascination for me for a minute. And I would put this on my lips right now, but honestly, you guys, I'm having some issues. My lips got sunburnt, and now I have some really tenderness to my lip. I'm putting, honestly, a medicated lip product on my lips right now. But I'm really super excited to have that in my collection. Then something I really wasn't interested in, if I'm honest with you, but have heard some really great things about it, and decided that I wanted to try it, especially if I was getting it for free. It's the Milk Makeup, what is this called? Hydrogel Grip Tint. This is a skin tint. I did get it in the shade 2. I do think that there's potential that this is maybe the wrong shade for me, which is another reason why I want to put it into my Shop My Stash so that I can get some use out of it before I can no longer return it. Because if it's the wrong shade, we do sell milk in the stores now. I can go in and get the right shade for me. It was toss up between 2 different shades for me. So I went with the lighter one. I feel like the lighter one is probably the better bet, because my skin is lighter more of the year than it is deeper, but also because you can deepen up that lighter tone, whereas it's really hard pressed to lighten up and get the right tone out of a foundation, especially a skin tint. So then I also purchased 5 new palettes, and you guys know that I have the palette Roulette, my palette review series, going on my channel. I've had it going since almost day one. I am on like episode 230 something. I don't know, 240 something. I don't know. I've reviewed probably 300 palettes on that series. Many of the videos are with more than one palette, although I was doing one palette, and when I first started it, I was doing 1 week, one palette. So, I mean, it's a crazy series. I have reviewed so many eyeshadow palettes on that series, but I'm starting to run out of eyeshadow palettes. So I spent the bulk of my $250 on eyeshadow palettes, and you guys are looking at all this going, how did this cost $250? You guys, take advantage of their coupons. Take advantage of, you know, the things that they have going on, and get the things that you want utilizing coupons and things that are going to earn you more in points. I did end up getting the Tartelette Matte eyeshadow palette. Now, there's a couple reasons why I got this. Number one, I've been super fascinated with matte eyeshadows lately, and having like a bunch of matte eyeshadows lately, and I think it's because I'm doing that build your own palette series here on my channel, and I don't have nearly as many mattes as I thought I did. So I'm like, have to have all the mattes. In addition to that, these pans are magnetic, so they come out of here. So if I wanted to put these into my build your own palette, I absolutely could. In addition to that, Tarte is a really great eyeshadow formula. They have an amazing eyeshadow formula. So I did get the Tartelette Matte. This is what the color story of this guy is. It's just very neutral, and I think that it can go with just about anything I put it with. And I do have, you know, some palettes that are all shimmer, so I can partner it there. I love that, much like Biba, it has kind of a cool tone, a neutral, and then a warm tone, like row in each one of them. And I don't know, something about this really drew my attention, so I did go ahead and pick it up. This one was on sale when I picked it up. This is the Lorac Pro Palette Artist Edition Meraki palette. I watched Leanna Dalton to her eyeshadow palette declutter series, and you know, I have seen other content creators with this palette, like so many other content creators with this palette, but I don't know why. Something about it just hit different when I watched Leanna with her eyeshadow palette declutter. So I needed to pick it up. This is one of the items that I couldn't get in store. Lorac, for whatever reason, maybe isn't carried in store anymore, but this is what the palette looks like. And these are also pans of eyeshadow that come out of this palette. And I really just, what is with me buying neutral eyeshadows lately? Like this one is very neutral. This one is very neutral. There's one more in here that's also kind of neutral, and then you look at my eyes and you're like, WTF? Me too, friend. But this is, I mean, so pretty. And Lorac has got a really great formula as well. I would be interested what shades in here are in my Lorac Pro palette. Maybe it's a palette that I could discontinue use of if there's enough in here that is the same, although I would want to take the white out of the Lorac Pro palette because I really do like that white. I don't love that all the shadow names are on this little insert because that means you have to keep the insert, but I do love that it comes with the little tool, which is in here, to remove the eyeshadows so that you're not like making a mess of your palette, right? I believe this palette was on sale when I did pick it up. Next, Juvia's Place, the Warrior 2 palette. I love Juvia's Place. I think that Juvia's Place is a really great, really amazing price pointed brand. And the fact that they are sold in Ulta now. When I first started buying them, they were not sold anywhere but online, but now they're sold in Ulta, so, and have been for a while, so it's really easy to come by. This is a palette. When it first launched, I was like, no way. I will never own that. It's just boring, if you ask me. It's all matte. Again, fascination with the matte eyeshadows. And it is just a warm tone neutral eyeshadow palette. But I went on to the Ulta website and looked at this palette. I was looking for palettes, right? Because I need more palettes to filter into my collection, into my drawer of shame, so that I have palettes that last throughout the end of the year. I'd like to carry this series through the end of the year, and I need palettes to do it. So looking up palettes, and I had it skewed from lowest price to highest price, and this was one that came up, and I was like, scrolled right past it, and I was like, no, it would be good to get a Juvia's Place one in there again, just because it's been a while since I've recorded a Juvia's Place palette review, and I think that Juvia's Place is a really great option for a lesser price point. Their formula is pretty spot on. But their shimmers are not necessarily my absolute favorite because they're a little bit more heavy, except for their Garden of Juvia's palette. Those shimmers were a little bit more thin and felt a little better on the eyes, and I do like that palette for those shimmers. I'm going off on side tangents. I saw this, I fell in love with the fact that it was an all matte palette. Again, some kind of fascination with all mattes, and really just wanted to bring a new Juvia's Place palette into my collection. These ones are not removable pans. I knew that going in, but I do love these shades. These are like, if you know anything about this channel, you know that I am kind of a warm tone girl. I love oranges and reds and peaches on my eyes. I think, and honestly browns, but I don't love wearing browns, but I think that these tones do really well with my eye color, and they suit me a lot, and therefore I had to pick it up. I saw some of the looks that were shown in the pictures on Ulta for the palette, you know, when an artist does their eye look or whatever, and I was like, ooh, that is a beautiful eye look. I'm gonna try that. So I picked up the palette. This was like, I don't know, 16 bucks or something like that. It wasn't much. MAC was on sale, and I don't have any MAC eyeshadows. Can you believe that? I've never tried a MAC eyeshadow. I have none. And for the longest time, this palette was screaming at me in the stores. And why I didn't pick it up when I was an associate and had a discount, I will never know. But this is the MAC Connect and Color eyeshadow palette, and this is what the box looks like. So if you don't know what the palette looks like, here, let me show you, because it is beautiful. It looks like this, just like the box. Just like the box. This is the color story. I am stoked to try this palette. This color right here looks kind of duochrome-y, and it's really calling to me. I love that it has a black and a white and this bright yellow, and all of those are mattes. It's got 1, 2, 3, it looks like 4 shimmers in here, and the rest are matte. Again, really feeling the matte eyeshadows right now. I don't know why. Yes, I do like my shimmers. I still am wearing my shimmers, but really feeling the matte eyeshadows right now. So I did pick this up, and these were on sale. The little 6-pan ones were $24, and this one was right at $40. So I think I got a really good deal, considering these little 12-pan MAC eyeshadow palettes are usually 56 bucks, somewhere around 60. I don't know that I feel like it's worth 60 bucks because I've never tried a MAC eyeshadow before, but I am so stoked to try this. Their other palettes are more subdued, definitely more neutral in tone. It's funny because I was watching my friend Melissa talk about some of her, I think her No Pan Left Behind palettes, and she definitely had a MAC 6-pan in that list. And it was definitely one that I was thinking about getting, but she was super pleased with it, so that makes me excited, because I don't think she had ever tried MAC either up to that point, and this will be my first adventure with MAC eyeshadows, as long as I've been in this makeup game, and I have tried a lot from MAC. I just have never tried their eyeshadows. I forgot to mention this as a new product too. My daughter got this in her boxing, and we decided that it was too deep for her because strangely enough, she is the color of paper, and this is definitely too dark for her after trying it out. So this is in shade 2, and it is the Denona Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer, and I'm super excited to try it. And the last thing I got, which was the thing that y'all know that I was going for, it is the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. And I love the packaging of this. I love the look of the palette. Honestly, it's just so pretty, and it's got that plexi with that like 3D feel, and because it's all 3D in here, these petals look like they're glowing on the end. I think it's just beautiful, and again, such a beautiful warm toned eyeshadow palette, and this is warm without being orange. This one, I think I can get along with this. I think I can F with this. Yeah. I think I can make some really great eye looks with this palette. I'm so excited to have it. That said, I still have, I think I still have golden and some quints that are in my drawer of shame that I haven't used yet. So there's that. So 5 eyeshadow palettes and 4 other makeup items is what I brought in. All free with use of my points structure out of Ulta Beauty. And looking at my receipt, I actually spent $60 something at Ulta, but I spent $60 something, and as I said at the beginning of this, also purchased some items for the giveaways that I'm doing later this year. Well, next month and the month after for you guys and for a car show that I sponsor. So as me, Donna, my new obsession. Okay, so I emptied 2 items. I brought in 9 items, and I am currently sitting at having emptied in my makeup collection 24 whole makeup items this year, halfway through the year. That's exciting to me because I think an arbitrary goal for myself every year is to hit 50 makeup items emptied, and last year I was so close. I think last year I had emptied like 46 or something like that. So close. And to be at 24 items halfway through the year and know that I have probably 3 more items sitting next to me on this vanity table that will be empty within probably the next 30 days. That is super exciting to me. So that said, this is part of the part of the video that we normally go into the things I have on my list. I have to be honest with you guys, there is not a whole lot, but there's some stuff that has just started filtering in today. Like, this is really cool. Like, I love that eyeshadow palette. I love those brushes. I am not, however, an Aussie fan, so this isn't something that I think that I need. That eyeshadow palette reminds me a lot of Morphe. Does it look like Morphe to you too? These brushes are really cool. I don't need the bag or the mirror or these lipsticks. I will definitely not ever wear those lipsticks or glosses, so I definitely won't be picking up those. But yeah, there's that. You guys, this is not what I was looking for, but this is what I was looking for. Question Beauty came out with chapter 2. They finally have chapter 2 out, and this is Fable of Spice and Bloom. So the first one was Legend of Land and Sea. This is the Fable of Spice and Bloom, which I think is so cool. The color story, truly right up my alley, right? Only it's got the greens in there, and it's just so pretty. And this is what it looks like. This is totally a me palette. This is totally a me palette, but this is also totally a just about anybody palette. Like, I know so many people that would F with this palette. I know so many people that would love this. And honestly, this topper, the top of this one, 2 butterflies kind of facing each other, I think that that is beautiful. And this is supposed to be inspired by the tension and harmony between autumn and spring, which is fantastic because I do believe that autumn and spring are definitely harmonious while also being just enough different that they make two very beautiful color stories come alive. I want this palette. As you know, I already have the first one. It is what is on my eyes today. I got it in friend mail. So now I need to put this one on my list because it will be mine. The price is $69. I think it is beautiful. I think it is beautiful. Yep. My friend Andy. Oh, let me go to my saved folder. Tones of Turd. You guys. I think this palette also comes in a different name in case you don't want a palette sitting on your shelf called Tones of Turd. But I want this palette. I love it. This is, I mean, like truly a play on the fact that they came up with thoughts about this palette for April Fool's Day this year. And everybody was like, yes, do it. And instead of like Tarte's, you know, feisty biatch or whatever palette they came up with that they didn't release ever. They tried, but they didn't release ever. They actually turned that Tones of Turd joke into an actual palette. And I absolutely love it. And the shade names in here are just crazy sauce to me. Ghost Wipe. Log Jam. What? Oh no. I think the one that is the same, but is by a different name, is called Grounded, if I remember right. Maybe not, because it says April Fool's palette is not real. Gloriously cheeky palette, Tones of Turd is officially available tomorrow. She's bold, funny, and surprising. For those who prefer neutrals with a little less toilet humor, the Grounded palette featuring the exact same shades. Yeah. So why then would you buy it in a bundle? That seems weird to me. But you can get the same shades in this in a different palette called Grounded. This is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I think that this is perfection for fall and really honestly heading off into the winter with those deep like kind of burgundy red tones. I love this palette. I would definitely pick it up. I have this on here, which is the Color Fix Sticks by Denona Myricks. I do think that this has the potential to be really, really great because it does come from Denona Myricks and it is a pencil, like a crayon, right? A eyeshadow crayon than it is like an eyeliner, which I've struggled with as far as these multi-chromes go in eyeliner. So I do think that these have the potential to be amazing. Are they so like on my brain that I want them right now that they're burning a hole in there? No, but they are probably something that I would pick up in the future. I was really excited to see these because I thought it was a new Natasha Denona foundation, and it's not. It is the High Sculpt Liquid Bronzer. I don't really love a liquid bronzer, so I will likely skip these, but I think that she's got some beautiful tones in here. And I think it's weird that this came out right on the heels of the Hygen like bronzing serum that comes in like the same bottle as the primer. I don't know. I just think it's a weird release because she just released kind of a liquid bronzing product, but it is beautiful and I think that a lot of people are going to love this. I'm going to skip it because I don't really love liquid bronzing products. Bella Beauty Bar came out with their palette. This is the Unoriginal Nudes Magnetic 20 Pan palette. It has 8 shimmers in it and a variety of textures and finishes. And then it also has the 12 mattes in it. I've heard a lot about Bella Beauty Bar. I do think that this is a beautiful palette. Is this palette that I'm going to pick up for the first time when I try out this brand? Probably not, but if I try this brand out like I try out every other brand, which means I'm picking up 3 or 4 or 5 of their eyeshadow palettes to begin with, this would be one that would be in my cart because it is really stunning. It's got a really pinky red tone feel to it. I think that it is my kind of nude eyeshadow palette, to be honest, because it's less about browns than it is about like pinks. And you know, it looks like there's a gray in there and some blacks. Yeah, I mean, this is just pretty. This is just really pretty. So I would totally pick that up. I have these on here just because they're interesting. These are the Maracuja Multi-Stick Cream Blush Sticks and Lip Tint, which I think are, I don't know. I think it's really, I think it's, brands do this thing where they grasp on and hold on to dear life for something that went really, really well. I think, honestly, this was enough. I don't think that we need these because, to be honest, you could, swatch this out and also put this on your cheeks and your lips. So you don't necessarily need these lip and cheek sticks, but they're holding so tightly onto the Maracuja stick thing. They're coming out with everything that they need to come out with that name. It says 4 juicy lip and cheek multi-sticks that click up to swipe on and go. It's the same thing, only bigger. It does look like they have plenty of shades. These are $30 each. I will probably pass on these, but let me know if you pick them up, how you feel about them. I put this in here because this is something that, there was a Scott Barnes palette at one point in time that looked very similar to this that I was also like super attracted to and wanted so bad. This is actually their Blend Bunny Masterclass products. I love Blend Bunny. I think that they're amazing. And this is also a collaboration with somebody it looks like named Jordan Liberty. I don't know this person. This is a blush palette, right? I think these are blushes. I'll have to do some more research on this, but this was posted by Angelica Nyquist, so I'm not really sure what these are. I'll need to go onto the Blend Bunny website. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. This is, oh, well, she's putting it on the eyes. Masterclass collection to incredible use. My goodness, absolutely in love with the artistry. It looks like it's maybe all over face palettes. And that's all I see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I mean, look at this. These pans are huge. Yeah, I think that these are all over face palettes. I love this eye look this gal has got. Who is this? XO Asher. Oh my gosh. So pretty. So pretty. Yeah, it looks like all over face palettes. I love those. I want those. I think that those could be amazing in my collection. But my God, they are probably huge, right? The 3-pan blushes from ABH. We talked about that. Oh, some new palettes. Full Colorpalooza Festival lineup drops tomorrow. This is old. I saved this old, so. From Gloss Gods. Gloss Gods is another brand that I haven't tried. This is Sizzlin', this one, which I'm more interested in. And this is Drippin'. Drippin' just reminds me of a everyday like rainbow eyeshadow palette, and I do want a color story to my palettes. I do love color, but not rainbow, if that makes any sense. I don't need another rainbow eyeshadow palette in my collection. I also think that these dripsticks are freaking beautiful. This I'm not interested in so much, but the dripsticks and the 2 eyeshadow palettes, well, the one Sizzling eyeshadow palette I could get down with. This is another brand that I haven't tried that I really want to try. The Emo palette by Adept Cosmetics is being restocked, so I did save that on here because it's going to be the one that got away for me until I pick it up because I love it. It's so pretty. This is Summer Friday's blush, and it is their blush butter balms. I'd be interested in trying this too because we all love their butter balms for the lips so much. I'd be interested in trying these just to see what their formula looks like. But I mean, they don't really necessarily have a color that I'm super, super stoked about. This one would be really too deep, I think. And this is me saying that. I always buy too deep for me. This one would be pretty though. This is Pink Sunset. We have Berry Spritz. We have Dusty Rose, which I think is beautiful. That one is probably a really pretty color. And then we have soft strawberry, toasted terracotta, and sweet rose. I am afraid that these would turn out too balmy, like almost sticky. So if any of you pick these up, let me know what your thoughts are on them. About Face is coming out with some, it looks like bronzer sticks. I mean, it's their next best thing to come out with, right? They came out with top performing liquid eye products, top performing lip liners, top performing all the products. So now they need a bronzer stick as well. I am really excited about this. I love About Face as a brand. I think that, man, she just kills it, everything that she comes out with. So I'm interested in trying this. Yep, it's called Cheek Heat, and it has, you know, several different shades. I think the shade range is phenomenal, and I'm interested. I will definitely pick one up when I'm off of my no buy, and the price point is definitely spot on, 20 bucks. We have some eyeshadow palettes. These are by, who are these by? I don't even know who these are by. Oh, we have some new quads by Estee Lauder. Listen, I don't know much about Estee Lauder eyeshadows, if I'm honest with you. None of these quads really call my name, but I put them in here because I know that there's a lot of people on my channel that are interested in Estee Lauder products. I have tried a couple of Estee Lauder lip products that I absolutely love. Their skincare is really good, but I haven't really tried their makeup. None of these quads are amazing to me. I think the reason why I put them on here is because these quads, these 4 eyeshadows, 4 plain Jane eyeshadows, are $60. That's almost as much as you're going to spend on a whole luxury eyeshadow palette. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, there's tons of turd again. These I put in here because they're very interesting. Look, I think that this Stila Stay All Day eyeliners are some of the best liquid eyeliners I have ever had in my collection. I would definitely repurchase them. These are $26 a piece, and they're more of a like a pomade, like potted, closed off, like potted pomade put on with a brush that's supplied to you kind of product. I think these are amazing, and I love that they've kind of got this little like metallic feel to them. They remind me of way back in the day, Stila came out with these metallic eyeshadow or eyeliner eyeshadow formulas that you had to get wet to use. They remind me of those, only all wrapped up in a nice pretty bow and done for you. I would be interested in trying these. Yeah, I would be interested in trying this. Last couple things, RMS has something new. It is a new shade, and it is called Crystal Slipper. And you guys, that cheek product, that Hydra Powder Blush, is calling my name. I want it. I'm not really interested in the eyelid, but I could get down on the lip oil. I could do that cheek product, no problem. I think that this color is beautiful. I mean, really stunning color. What do you guys think the Pantone color of the year is going to be next year? I'm wondering. I've seen so much like peachiness, and I know that we just had a peach, right? But these blushes by Ilia are intriguing to me. I want to try these blushes. I really haven't loved anything I've tried by Ilia. I haven't tried their bronzer, and these look like something that I would want to try as well. These are $36, talc-free, non-comedogenic blush. Visibly blurs pores and smooths texture. Buildable. Is this powder? I would be shocked if this is powder, because I feel like this brand does mostly not powder product. Buildable color. Talc-free. Safe for sensitive skin. I think it's maybe powder. Maybe. I don't know. It looks kind of powdery. It kind of looks like a creamed powder. Yeah, it's definitely a powder, but maybe it's a creamed powder. Who knows? That looks really interesting to me. I would like to try that. And then again, you guys, just, I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's so pretty. Chapter 2. Yes, please. I want it so bad. I want it. I will have it. I will have it. But that's it, you guys. That's it. That's all I got for you. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about the products that I talked about and those that have my attention. Let me know what you think about my new things that I brought into my collection and the things that I am emptying like Who's not excited about a full size foundation empty out of my collection? I'm super excited about it. This is, as I said, the last of what I had in points for Ulta. So unless I get gift cards for whatever reason, which I do sometimes get gift cards for my birthday, and I had received a gift card for Mother's Day, I have no more points to spend because I definitely won't be getting enough points from just getting my hair done this year to have another $250 spend before the end of the year unless I hit up a point amplifier of some sort. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you and yours are well. I hope that you are all safe and healthy and getting along as best that you can. I hope that you are all loving each other, being kind humans, and living your best life. And until next time, bye friends.